psychyogi.org. Asch, 1955. Opinions and Social Pressure. Conformity Experiment. Background. This is the second study we will be looking at from the Reaching a Verdict section of Reaching a Verdict as part of your A2 psychology course. It is further categorized into majority influence. In this classic social psychology experiment, Solomon Asch looked at conformity, particularly the influence of the majority on the minority. This is one of the most influential and well-known psychology studies. It looks at conformity, which of course means that this study was conducted from a social psychological perspective. However, as this is from the forensic section of your A2 psychology exam, we need to consider it from a forensic perspective. In this case, how do juries come to either a unanimous or majority decision? What exactly is the effect of the opinions on others on our own? That's from Asch, 1955. Aim. Asch's aim was to investigate the effects of conformity to a majority when the task is unambiguous. Method and design. A laboratory experiment. The participants were told that this would be a vision test. Participants. 50 male participants from Swarthmore College in the United States. Participants were shown one line and then asked to match it to one of 3 other lines. So there was A, B and C, and then there was the line which the participants were shown that had no letter. They were told to match it. And what actually happened was the answer was clear. And Asch tested a single participant in a room full of Confederates. In some cases, the Confederates would answer with a unanimous wrong answer. For example, in the picture above, the Confederates would answer B as opposed to the correct answer, C. Asch had arranged for the naive participants to be asked the question, which of the 3 lines A, B or C matches the stimulus line X? In all the conditions, the Confederates answered the question first and clearly gave wrong answers. Findings. Asch found that individuals conformed on one of 3 occasions. This finding of approximately 32% conformity is a robust one, until just one stooge in the group is instructed to disrupt this conformity, when the conformity then falls to about 5%. So, if all the Confederates in the room agree, then the conformity is likely to be around 32%. However, if just one of the stooges doesn't agree with the others, then the conformity falls to 5%. Another finding is that majorities bigger than 3 make very little difference to the conformity effect, which may be because 3 is enough to create a group norm, while 2 would be insufficient. Asch 1955. Evaluation. Remember, as always, this is not an exhaustive list. Androcentrism and ethnocentrism. As a study comprised of only 50 male students from the United States, it is difficult to generalize the results to other populations. If you think of a similar experiment, Milgram 1963 used a very similar sample, but when the study was later replicated in other areas, it was found that many other places had differing rates of obedience, with Australia having the lowest rates of obedience. Another strength, or actually a strength, is validity. The independent variable was clearly manipulated with few extraneous and confounding variables. Therefore, we can argue that the experiment is high in internal validity. Another strength is a predictive validity. The predictive validity of the study is high because in replications of this study, we see that the 32% rate of conformity is a robust rate. A weakness is the generalizability of this study. It may be hard to generalize the results of this study to a forensic environment. Remember, in this experiment, there was no consequences for responding to the wrong answer. but this is not the case for juries. If you've enjoyed this Psych Yogi video, why not subscribe to keep up with all the latest videos?